Hello, I'm back again with another cool recipe starring zucchini and berries. These are actually frozen and I blended them down. So we've got a nice zucchini and berry bread that we're gonna make. And I'm really excited because any opportunity, we got to add vegetables into these food items. So we're going to make a beautiful bread loaf. There's a lot of ingredients here, but I bet it'll be worth it. So stay tuned.
If you're enjoying the Mommy Goals channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I want to hear what your favorite veggie baby recipes are. Now back to making our loaf.
First, we got to process our zucchini. So the recipe actually comes from my little foodie book. And so I've been really excited to try these baby-led weaning recipes so that he can eat some of these food items all on his own. No more spoon-fed purees, right? Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple cuts to my zucchini. And we're actually going to be grating our zucchini. So I'll put it right into this bowl here. So here we go. Taking our skin off. This is probably a medium size zucchini, very ripe, ready to go, ready to be a loaf, okay? But the recipe calls for 1 cup. So hopefully we'll get close to a cup. And if it's not quite a cup, that's fine. I'm sure it'll still come out amazing. Okay, we're gonna be close though. Cutting it close. And I like to get all of this darker green off if I can. Let me go through that again. All right, great. So that looks pretty good. Got my grater. Less mess is what I'm going for. So I'm gonna throw this thing right into my bowl and just go to town. Okay, this is kind of satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. Just to see how easy and how broken down this looks. Like it's gonna make a beautiful veggie berry loaf. There. Okay, I think that's plenty. Okay. Shake it off. Okay, I think that's at least 3/4 cup. So not bad. Now we have 1 cup of berries. The recipe calls for just blueberries, but I have like a mixed berry frozen situation in my freezer. So I actually went ahead and just, took the chill off. And then I also blended it up in my NutriBullet Baby. Blended up puree, but it's still kind of thickened because it was frozen. We need 1 egg. I'll throw that in there. All right. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup of coconut oil. We're gonna do 1/2 cup of pure vegetable oil. I don't know why that seems like so much, but it's probably gonna be a moist one. Moist cake needs oil. Let's add some salt and our seasonings. Okay, so I always use my pink Himalayan salt, 1/2 teaspoon. This is 1/2 teaspoon. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the salt in there. And we also need ground cloves. Ooh, that says 1/4 teaspoon. So we just need 1/2 of this to make 1/4. Okay, that's some really strong stuff, so I guess we don't need too much. Next, we have our ground cinnamon, and we need 1 teaspoon. Isn't baking fun? I do enjoy baking. I don't know if you can tell. I do a lot of it, especially for my little guy. You know, put all the love in the world in a baking tin. Okay, so nutmeg, 1/4. Just do half of this. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of flavor in this thing. Hope he can handle it. Okay, so for my sugar, I usually don't do this, but I am gonna use some brown sugar because I think it's gonna add something really awesome to the loaf. A nice sweetness that it probably needs. So I think we can handle brown sugar. I'm gonna do half. That was almost half. I think that's pretty good. Let's give it a quick stir. See what we're working with. So here is my baking soda. Okay, let's do half teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. There you go. Same amount of baking powder. That's the baking powder. Okay, half teaspoon. Boom. It's all gonna rise. It's all gonna be great. So I have some homemade applesauce with a little cinnamon sprinkled in it. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup. So that's what I'm gonna grab next. This was a big batch, so I'm just gonna eyeball it here. That's about right. Ooh, my little guy likes apples. Applesauce always makes everything so yummy. The power of the apples, right? Apple a day. That's what they used to say, right? They still do? Okay. So I'm gonna stir. It's looking pretty interesting, I have to say. This is my first time making it, so you're along for the ride. Vanilla. All right. We need 2 teaspoons. So here's half a teaspoon. Uh-oh. Maybe that was 1. Okay, so that was 2. We need 1/4 cup plain yogurt, which is here. I didn't have plain, but I do have vanilla. So this is actually about half a cup. So I think I'm just gonna grab what's like half of what's in here. And that should be 1/4 cup. I'm so excited because we're almost done. Okay, here we go. 1 cup is first of whole wheat flour. And then we need half a cup after that. And I like to eyeball it. Is that about right? Maybe not. Looks good to me. All right, now it's time to mix. Ooh. I don't know why this is so exciting. I've actually never had a berry zucchini baked good before. So this is going to be exciting for me too. It smells really good. Heavy on the berry. Oh my goodness. And it's going to come out this beautiful purple color. How about that? I love that. And it's going to be very, very healthy. Love that too. All right. And it's fun. What a fun color. Come on now. Who can resist? Who can resist this? Oh, okay. It's smelling how it's supposed to smell. You know what I mean? Make sure no clumps are in there. Make sure your frozen berries have kind of defrosted a bit. That's what I would do. No lumps from your wheat flour. All right, this looks pretty good. All right, let's do it. Loaf pan. All right. When the work is all done. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it down really good. Ham, original. All right. Just put your purple goo in that loaf pan. Okay, so I'm just gonna flatten this thing out and then do one of these moves. No air bubbles, right? We need to put this in the oven for 325 and cook it 60 minutes. Wow, that seems like a long time. Definitely watch it though. Okay, we are back and our zucchini berry bread looks very good. It baked up great. I don't know why it reminds me of like something that has chocolate in it because that color is nice and rich and brown. And I'm so excited to try this out and especially excited to give it to my little guy. So we're gonna cut up a tiny little piece. You gotta taste it before you give it to the little ones. Okay, let's see if I can get this out pretty easily. Okay, maybe I'll cut like a little tiny piece. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, look at the color on that. It is kind of nice. It reminds me of like the rich color of a blueberry muffin. All right, here goes. Mmm. Oh, wow. Mmm. Okay. The bake is great. I can definitely taste the berries. It's definitely moist. I think my little guy will love it. Mmm. And I can barely taste the zucchini, but I love the fact that we were able to sneak it in there. So here's another healthy recipe that bakes up really nice for your little one. So it's good for both mom and dad and for your toddler to eat on their own, which is my favorite part. Join me next time where I'm gonna come up with some healthy recipes for you and your little one. This is another Mommy and Me. Out. Bye. Be brilliant.